What's going on? What's going on, Anisa? How we feeling? How we feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good. How about you?
Great, I've been great. I just maintaining. So, if you give the people a little, breakdown, your name, where you're from, what you do.
Um, my name's Anisa. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm a pediatric trained vet nurse and I work overnight.
Okay, okay. So, before you and I started working together, what were the main things you were struggling with?
Main things were
Hmm.
um, healthy eating and really getting in being more active because I always made the excuse of, oh, I'm working, I work 3 or 4 nights in a row, I'm tired, I don't want to get into it. Or, oh,
Hmm.
I I cooked last night, I'm not going to cook tonight, I'm just going to order
Right,
out from work. It's so much more convenient, easier.
right.
So I
Hmm.
made a lot of excuses to not eat right and not work out.
It's almost like deep down you really know what you got to do, but it's just making that happen that becomes an issue.
Yeah,
Hmm.
basically.
So, what were some of the things that you and I incorporated, put together to get you going on the right path?
The meal prepping, making sure that we dedicated time to a day every week to meal prep. So Mondays became my meal prep days because I had a pretty consistent schedule. So that was my day to do it. And also just scheduling out the night before, planning out the next day. So knowing that I was going to go to the gym when I got off of work, come home and eat, and then I would have a period of time where I'm asleep before I get up, have my snack before I go to work, and everything was the way everything was timed out and scheduled. I was able to stick to that schedule and it kept me on balance. And then also, if I knew that I had a couple hours in between like my snack and eating, I made a healthier choice on what snack I would have. I would choose like Greek yogurt over just candy or a soda. So that's something that would last more longer until I was ready to eat for dinner.
Right, right. And did you feel any kind of, those jitters and the little itch in your neck because you had to get rid of the candy, or is it everything was cool?
Um, at first, yes, but I think it was more so it was a mental thing. I mean, I love candy, but it once I really focused on meal prepping and doing everything I needed to do with the program, like the readings that we were doing and hitting the round tables and stuff, I was really more distracted. Um, so I didn't. It took me about like the halfway point to realize, like, well, shoot, I haven't had candy in a minute now, and I haven't even been like craving it or wanting it. So that was like, it was actually like a little what would you call it? Like a little celebration moment for me because it's like candy. I
Yeah,
literally eat candy every day. So the fact that
all
I
the
haven't
time.
wanted it and realized that I didn't want it was a nice thing.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. I like how you mentioned the mindset too, because as much as it is, eating right and getting to the gym and making sure you're consistent with that, the mind is what comes, before that. So, what are some of the things that we did for you at least that kind of got your mindset better?
Um, the round tables definitely because
Hmm.
I feel like we were going to the round tables and I would kind of feel like discouraged sometimes and be like, I felt a little alone and like maybe it's just me going through this. I need to get focused and I would be hard on myself. And then talking with some of the other members and seeing they were having the exact same problems as I was, it was a
Yeah,
little motivating because we were able to like brainstorm and figure out ways to get around it. And
right.
I was able to
Right.
adopt some of their ideas and it actually worked.
Hmm. It sounds like you guys are bouncing ideas back and forth and seeing, okay, that works for me. All right, I'm out. Let go of that one.
Yeah, that was like I
Okay.
really liked that a lot.
Hmm. Okay. So, I mean, you put all this to work, what were the results?
So I started, and honestly, I'm going to start from the beginning. When January
Yeah.
1st, I weighed myself. I was like 200, I was exactly
Yeah.
202 pounds. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been fluctuating, but I'm like 182, 184. So that's
Oh,
like
body.
18, 20-pound loss.
Oh,
That
body. Soft,
like
softer
right now,
body.
I have a shirt on that I don't think you can see it, but this shirt was so tight, I was ready to throw it away, but something
Hmm.
told me to keep it. And I have it on now, and I'm not uncomfortable in it. It actually fits loose now, and so I'm hyped. I've been wearing outfits that I have
You should.
dreamed about wearing that I haven't put on because
You,
I'm like I do not like how I look in them.
yeah. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to. I mean, it's one thing to see it. It's another thing to actually hear that and see it. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. For real. For real. Wait, so how else have things changed for you? You dropping the 18. Like, what's changed as a result of that?
I definitely feel like I have more confidence in myself. I just feel better because I actually said this to someone earlier in the week. Like, you can say that you need to lose weight, and other people are like, oh no, you don't need to lose weight. You look good. But when you don't feel good, it's a different thing. So I just feel ultimately, I just feel better about myself, and it's
Yeah.
actually giving me more motivation to just go on. And it's telling me that if I can put my mind to this, something like this
Yeah.
that I've been talking about for years, and finally got focused enough to do it with some help, then I can definitely do the other things that I've been talking about doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like it's like your whole life's a whole setup of dominoes all lined up. You need that first one, it's the heaviest one. Once you knock it down, it's like, where I could do that. I could do all this too.
Yep,
Easy.
that's exactly how I would describe it.
Yeah. Just getting the mind right. Because I know you told you, I mean, it might be a little sneaky for those who are looking in, who are watching and listening in, but you don't use the word camp, you don't use the word try. You know that. I know that. It's just
Yes,
not vocabulary here. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, all right, be cool with that.
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly.
So for the folks who are, listening in, or they have a call with me, or they're thinking about, doing something about themselves and making a change for themselves, but they're on the fence. What do you
Hmm.
have to say to them?
Um, I would say just take the leap, take that step forward, because I remember when we initially first had a call set up that I was like, I'm not really feeling this. I don't know. I don't really want to commit to it. And so I kind of like flaked on it a little bit, but then we had our second call and I was like, you know what, I just got to take it. And I can't say I've had any regrets with it. Like I've definitely adopted some different lifestyle changes that I can keep, that are easy to manage and that I can keep going with forward. It's helped my family. Um,
Oh,
and
how
other
so?
people, more so because they see what I've done and
Mm,
they're starting to adopt it too.
hmm,
They
hmm.
still had their moments because they haven't been fully in the program, but they're like, okay, I see your results, so
Yeah, let me go
it's
ahead.
gonna work. It's like I start eating healthy and making healthy meals, so they want to get in on that. Whereas before, it's like, no, I don't need that. And
Hmm.
you start to see their results. So it's like once you see one person do it, the others want to join in. Because I now have a coworker who's now she's trying to get herself together too as well, because she saw me dedicated every week doing the readings, doing the round tables. Now she wants to get back on track because she's been saying the same things I've been saying. So like that's a really good part of it. And I feel good, not only just me that I've helped, but I've seen to help somebody else, and everybody else is staying motivated.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm glad to hear that. It's not just you winning. You share the wealth with everybody. They all get a piece. The coworkers,
Exactly.
the family, mom, all of
Exactly.
them. Yeah. Okay.
Even if they're doing something just as small as they're not ordering out anymore and they're just going to eat healthy, like that's a big step.
It is. It is. It is. It just starts like little by little. Some people who
Yeah.
work with me, they need to. I mean, you were different. You just started off 6 days a week. Boom, 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 boom. Like, all right, do you? Others needed to like gradually step it up. Either way, as long as you're getting there, you're getting there.
Right. Right.
So before we sign on, any last comments, thoughts you want to share before?
Um, just want to say thank you to you because I know
Appreciate that.
because I'm glad that you stuck with it because and reached out
Hmm.
to me again. Because I know
Hmm.
at first I was like, I don't need it. I can do it on my own. But
Hmm.
sometimes you really don't realize that you do need somebody until you're in the
Hmm.
midst of it.
Right, 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 right. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you're receptive to it. You're receptive to actually, taking that step, and making that change. So it was a two-man effort.
Yes, definitely.
But I appreciate your time. Appreciate you pulling up, speak with me right here. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, no problem. Hmm. Hmm.